Okay, this is Metadata-Inspector. It's a plugin that allows you to view metadata in the Unity Inspector as well as at runtime. The first version here just allows for reading of metadata, so no writing yet. But let me show you how it works. Just click Add Component, and then you can say, type in metadata. You'll see the Metadata Inspector script. Add that to your game object. Once you're there, you're going to see there's a gray spot for an image, but nothing's there. So click Load Image. You can select a image on your hard drive. It doesn't have to be in your project files. So I picked an image out here, and you can see the inspector's updating with all the metadata, and I can select in the values and copy that if I need to. But it allows me to look at all the metadata here. Shows you a little image of the what metadata you're looking at. So that's great for the inspector, but for using it at runtime, you're going to have to get the data loaded at runtime. So that's what the example project shows. If you look in the example project, what you're going to find is the example scene. That's where I'm at now. I'm going to hit play, and you can see, of course, I have an option to load from disk or load from URL. If I load from disk, I get a, here we go, I'm just going to load the same image, and I'm going to click on this example right here because that's the metadata script. That's the script that's gonna get populated when I load from the disk right here. So as you can see, that metadata inspector script is populated now because I loaded from the disk. And I wrote in my script to try to go pull out some data, try to find a date and a time, a make, a compression of software. You can do the same thing from a URL. So if I go to an image here I found on Google Images and load this up into the URL field, it loads it up exactly the same way. So you can load from disk, load from URL, and load from the inspector. All those values are accessible, via script. So if you look in at the scripts example project script, I have all these public fields for all the different UI stuff. But after that, it's pretty simple. You just say metadata-inspector.load metadata from path, and you pass it the string for the path, so C drive / whatever. Or you can load from the internet, which is metadata-inspector.load metadata from URL. So either way, it just loads the metadata into a dictionary, and to get access to the dictionary, you just say metadata.metadata, and so from there you can get the keys, which is the metadata keys that you would find here. For example, number of components is a key, and the value is 3. So the first value on the UI, this one up here, date time, when it tries to get the date time, it just searches through the dictionary metadata-inspector.metadata for a key that contains date, and it returns it. The other way you can try to locate specific metadata in the directory is by searching using the EXIF directory base. And so all the other examples here, make, compression, and software, are different than this method A, I called it. Method B searches by EXIF directory base. .tag make, tag compression, tag software. And you can search the same exact way. There's all kinds of values here in the database, in the directory, that you can search for. So the 4 that I picked were just an example here. And so essentially what this project is a wrapper for the metadata extractor project. And I put a link to this in the documentation. This is a nice C# metadata extractor project. So got it all working in Unity here. But if you're looking for further functionality than what is shown here in the sample, then you could look here at metadata-extractor, at the metadata-extractor project for documentation, and because this thing can do obviously more than I've just shown you right now. But for now, we got it all wrapped up into a nice Unity metadata inspector that allows you to pull the data out in the inspector or at runtime. Alright, well, I hope that helps you out and saves you some time.